okay, so we first need to come up with a name to call this. Because I can't call it a big. I mean, I maybe could.
Bigger time.
No.
Oops. No. Wrong word.
Like.
Travis Tripp.
Um.
Centered on me. I'm the most important character.
We'll call it no. You said Travis Tripp. That made me think
Euro Trip.
Cactus Mac or whatever. Cactus Attack.
No, Cactus Mac. No, we're not doing that because it sounds like a burger.
A burger? Is that what he said?
Yeah. Okay. Can we roleplay real fast? What's his name?
John McEnroe.
Yeah, I'm John McEnroe. You're Travis Scott. I think that we should call the new collab the Cactus Max.
Younger Flame, the sicko mode.
That sounds like a burger.
The video of him like the black and white.
He's the most unphotogenic.
He's so
human.
ugly.
Like, okay, but he's not even that ugly. It's just anytime there's a camera near him, he like instantly becomes like just a fish.
Like a fish. You've seen that? There's that meme. It was like
Jay-Z.
He looks like his shoe.
He does.
Like Jesus.
What shoe was that? Was that the?
It was his.
Well, no, I know that.
AirTech challenge, maybe.
Was it the AirTags? Was it not the Jordans that I had back in high school?
No.
God.
What are you talking about?
You don't remember I had the Jordans?
Oh, the
with
32s or 33s?
Yeah, I wanted them to be so cool. And they were cool in concept. It's just...
It was cool to know, like, because it came out and it was, like, that new technology. It was just cool to actually, like, have a pan in here. But they were so fucking heavy. They're, like, 2.5 pounds.
Bro, I just... In the color... I had the black ones. And, like, they were...
Oh, they're the Chinese New Year's, weren't they?
I think they were.
Because
I had the Chinese New Year 5s, too.
I still have those.
But, do you?
Yeah, I need to do... Because
they're just shit. They're just so bad. Like,
I have, like...
That's just such a middle schooler shoe.
It is. It's like one of those things... I was talking to somebody about it. I was talking to my dad about it with, like, dunks. Like, those chunky dunkies, remember those? It's like, that's an example of, like, a good shoe is when it meets in the middle, where it's, like, a concept and stylish. Not just, it just looks like Ben & Jerry's. No, you also got to make it fucking stylish.
Like, okay,
not.
But it's funny because I shit on the chunky dunkies. You remember I fucking hated those because I was so into skating at that time. And I was like, this has nothing to do with skate culture. But I also, like, looking at the Chinese New Year's, I'm like, I bet the people that were the age I am now.
Yeah.
Like, the age I am now. But, like, when I was buying the Chinese New Year, does that make sense? Like, imagine me as, like, 15-year-old me, and then, like, the 20, the 20-plus market was probably, like, those are fucking ass. Like, those suck. Like, this has nothing to do with Jordan Brand.
See, I have because in my closet, it's, like, all my, like, clothes and whatever. I have, like, all those shoes I wear on this, like, little rack, all my Jordans, everything else is in boxes. And then Madden has, like, 15 pairs in his room. So I need to, I don't know.
It's like, it sucks when mine were not as weatherproofed as I thought.
Yeah.
And they, like, molded, and that, like, sucks. But at the same time, I was like, now I don't have to, like, go through now I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Because nobody was going to buy my dunks because they were, like, we're so past.
Yeah.
We're so past the, like, sneaker culture. Like, it's going to come back one day because it always does.
Yeah.
But right now, we're in such a recession with sneakers. So it's like nobody's going to want to buy these fucking thrashed dunks. Like, these dunks that I skated the fuck out of. Like, maybe back in 2020. Maybe.
It's like now they're not worth anything. And it's not even like they're slightly used. No, they're fucked up.
Like, okay, the shoe itself, pristine, not worth shit. Destroyed, worth negative. Like, I'm paying somebody to take them from me.
The thing is, it's like there's some of these where it's like those Chinese New Year's or like.
I want to look those up. Was it 33s? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, 33s. Because I remember, like, what they were doing is it was like the 30s. They did like the 31 was supposed to look like the 1. The 32s was like the 2. The 33 looked like the 3.
Yeah. God, this shoe is fucking ugly.
Like, you could never imagine anybody wearing that.
That's fucking terrible looking. I can't believe I put that shit on my feet.
Here's what I think. I think the same thing with a lot of those mischief shit is it sucks.
Jesus fuck. And I wanted them to be so cool. They just didn't work as, like, I thought.
It almost looks like Yeezy from that
$72. $72. That's insane, and I paid so much.
You know what was one more than with all the like sneaker stuff, whatever. Something that was so hold on. Tell him I will try all of my contacts. See, she don't gotta do all that.
Like, it's just we don't. Hold on.
You don't gotta say. This is what Hudson said.
Okay. How you text her?
Okay.
Put it in quotations so she knows.
Okay, hold on. Let me
Do you want? I can hold.
No,
it.
I got it.
What? You look like you're like.
This is Hudson.
You look like you're auto fellatio right now.
I'm gonna type it just how I would.
Yeah.
You ain't. Oh, not housing. You ain't gotta be doing all of that. Whatever is easiest is fine. I appreciate you helping a young brother out in this
day and age.
Climate.
Climate. I was trying to complete that one.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
Jordan Brand.
It's just okay, those 33 sucked, right? But what I can appreciate is like that strap thing, whatever, and all the shit.
Yeah.
They were at least trying to do something. They were experimenting.
But okay, here's my problem with the 31, 32, 33. I don't know if they continued it with the 34.
They do.
35?
Yeah, they're in the 30, bro. They're in the 37.
Hold on. Let me see the 34. Because I stopped after the 33s.
Next year's 2024, which is...
But, like, crazy. Okay, listen. My problem with the 30 series...
is they suck.
Well, it's not... Actually, the 34s are better than the 33s, I'll tell you that. Let me see them
again.
They're...
Yeah, those actually... No. Those were like an incredible basketball shoe.
That's what I've heard. There's so many shoes that I'm like, this is butt fucking ugly. And the 33 sucked on court. I remember that.
And like this whole thing right there is like revolutionary sneaker technology.
Is it really?
Yeah, my mom has a pair of shoes that has it. It's like...
I just haven't been keeping up.
No. I mean, that came out like we were still in shoes.
No, I know. I'm just saying they're just... Like, they look nothing like a 30. Or they look nothing like a Jordan 4.
The last one I remember was the 36 because it looked like a 6. They did like the 6 tongue. Like they dialed back how much. 30 is that the 36?
Yeah, I can see the 6
and
inspiration.
Then
because they did the tongue, they did the
little other things where like I think they had like whatever. See if there's a 37.
Is that them? It's not a bad looking shoe.
Must be because it's like a hair colorway. Do 38. See if there's a 38.
Damn, they got the hair colorway on point though.
Right,
but look at the price.
And they have all the fucking like the zigzag lines.
Bro, look at the price. That's so
no
sad.
one gives a fuck.
Like, can we genuinely talk about that? How sad it is that like shoes died, and you know why? You know why it is. I don't even know if I have to say it.
I have my own, but go ahead.
Like. I think that it's mostly because of Nike's like bullshit. Because think about this, Adidas never's really changing what they do. Like they're consistent with the, I would say above decent quality on every shoe. They're not amazing.
Absolutely.
Above decent quality, release the same shoe over and over. Never make any hype out of it. They might release a new basketball shoe. They might do something kind of crazy. They never really push the envelope, and that's why Adidas consistently stay in rotation because they consistently make good shoes. Same thing with Converse coming out with those new, what are the Chuck 70s that we got? Love them. Great shoe. Like, they don't ever change that. But Nike continually with their bullshit where they'll come out with something that's like almost what you want, but not really. Yeah. And then they just continually release 30 million bullshit fucking colorways every week that are just not, like, just flat out not good. It doesn't matter what the collab is. Like, I remember always thinking so many of the dunks were so ass. Yeah. And then they're redoing the ugly ducklings. They retro those colorways when we were into shoes. Right. So why are y'all coming out
just
with them again?
Just trying to get the last little cash grab.
You know what I mean? Like, just drop what the people want. Like, why can they not do 80 cut Chicago's?
Bro, okay, so I don't really keep up with any of this shit, but sometimes I'll see little things. Okay, I know this is so specific, and I doubt you'll remember. So There's the neutral gray Jordan 1s, like the originals, right?
Yes.
So they made like those. There's 3 original Jordan 1 lows. It was those, blue metallic and red metallic. Those are the only original 85 like.
I remember
lows.
all that.
They started doing this 85 series, and they did the 85 series, right? Mm-hmm. They made a Jordan 1 low neutral gray, but it's in the new way they do lows, and it fucking sucked, and I was so pissed off. Okay, but me and my dad went to Vegas, and they redid them. They're coming out like soon. It's the Jordan 1 neutral gray 1 lows and the original 85 cut. The leather was outstanding. They look so fucking good.
Like, why can't they just do that?
And they were selling for $300. I typed it in on the thing. They're going under retail, and they're not even out yet, and they're already under retail. I'm gonna have to. They look so good.
Because that's just a good shoe. See,
I like those.
But like, why can't Nike do that shit? Why does Nike give a fuck if some shit goes under retail in the fucking, in the resale market? You're still getting the what are they gonna be retail? 210? Something
like that.
Like, I remember ones were always damn near 210, wasn't it? It was a weird number.
When we were into it was 175.
Was it?
It was. I remember when I first got into shoes, it was 160. The next year was 165, 170, then 175, and I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like,
it's just Nike just sucks, and I think Nike they just milked it until it was dry instead of like continuing to like put out good stuff. Because I think Nike knows if they were to continually put out what the people want, they wouldn't make as much money. Because sure, they'd have the longevity, but think about how much they made from releasing these crazy ass colorways, these bullshit shoes, because they knew people were gonna eat it up. Like, do you remember they came out with? I remember the leak was shattered backboard 4s, right? Because the colorway they came out with the leak colorway, and it was white, bone, orange, and black, and everybody was hyped. Everybody was hyped.
Yeah.
And do you remember what they were?
They're those coral
starfish.
Yeah, starfish. Yeah.
Ass.
Those did suck.
But they do shit like that all the time. They'll put out a little leak list with all the colors that everybody wants to see that year, and then it's not what the people want.
It's like Adidas. You go into any Adidas store, an outlet, a regular, whatever, you will find like superstars for like $85, right? And those came out in like the 60s, right? If Nike, like, anytime you go to any store, if they had the perfectly recreated Jordan 1 OG high 85 cut in a Chicago colorway, could you imagine they would never do some shit like that. But it's that same sort of thing where it's like you never struggle finding just white Air Force 1s. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like, just because it's just fucking annoying.
Because that's what the people want. And if they keep almost releasing what everybody wants, then think about this, right? Because obviously Nike does the whole retro series. If they were to release right now, Jordan Chicago 85 cut, like pristine, amazing, they couldn't do it again. Right. They would have to release the amount that they've already set by precedent, and they couldn't release it for 5-10 years.
Yeah.
And Nike doesn't want to do that. Nike wants to wait for like some stupid event. Watch, I would be willing to put money on this. I would be willing to put money on this. 2025.
Yeah.
They will probably come out with an anniversary edition. Because what is that? Is 2020
their 40th anniversary?
Like on the dot, right?
Yeah.
2025. I guarantee you they come out with them because everybody wants them. They've been wanting them for years.
I'll tell you what else too. They milked the fucking Chicagos, because I remember I was pissed as fuck. They announced they were gonna bring back the Chicagos, and they brought back those like. Now they're doing 85 cut reimagined. So it's like,
no, stop reimagining.
So they did the Jordan 1 reimagined where the leather's all cracked and looks horrible. And they did that because they know people will buy it wanting the 85 cut Chicago. But I know they're going to release the 85 Chicago in 2025 to just fucking celebrate the anniversary. And it's so fucking nasty.
Wasn't it? They came out with the metallics?
Not yet. They only did PEs. Then
Were they PEs?
But now they're doing the red metallic highs and the blue metallic lows and those neutral gray lows, and they all look fucking amazing.
Is this them?
Let me see. Those are 2016. Do just type in like 85 cut 2024.
I don't really want to do all that right now, to be honest.
They're
but
really
I'm gonna take your word.
Yeah, they look great.
Like,
and it pisses me off because it shows. Oh, y'all are capable of doing what we want.
Well, they've
y'all
always been capable.
Yeah.
They just refuse to do it. Like, okay, do you remember? I mean, obviously, I don't have to ask if you remember this. Shattered backboard
3.0 or whatever.
It's like that was such an embarrassment. I remember coping so bad that I almost bought a pair because, like, remember the shattered backboard were the first non-original? Weren't they some of the first non-original ones?
It was like, I think more of it was the
no
done in like that color blocking or whatever.
Well, no. If I remember correctly, they were the first non-original appearance, if that makes sense. Like when Jordan wore those to the dunk contest in Italy, it was the first time ones had been worn in a colorway that wasn't an original colorway in public. They didn't release them, but he wore them, shattered the fucking backboard, and then they came out with them later. It was in like the second round of like ones coming out, so it wasn't like in that second set. But I remember Jordan, if I'm correct, it was like the first appearance. You see what I'm saying? Like he wore them at an event, and they weren't the original colorway he'd always worn. So, and like they came out with them, and they were so good, and then they just refuse, and they refuse, and they refuse. But shoes are crazy, man, because they're redoing Concords, or they did recently, didn't they?
I'm not too I don't think so.
I think they came out with another pair of Concord lows.
Yeah, they did.
And that's crazy because I remember when the not original Concord lows, but I remember Concord lows came out, and my buddy Chris Zimmerman had bought a StockX mystery bag or whatever, mystery box, and he got them. And I was so obsessed with that shoe, and then I finally got them on release when they came out, and that was so cool when they came out. The highs was the first time they'd been retroed, and that was awesome to have got them on release. But, dude, I know you have them, and I also, like, was a dumb high schooler who just didn't, like, stop. Hold this.
There you go. There you go.
Warning about this one. It only has, like, 2 songs on one side. Then you got to flip it and then take it off.
That's what I was, like, contemplating.
Hold on. Pause. I don't really know where we were.
Just talk about all the shit your mom was saying, how it pisses you off.
Godly. I don't even fucking know.
People like that kind of stuff.
No. I actually don't even like know where we were in that conversation. We were talking about the Gangsta Party hotline.
Bringing that back.
Oh, God. And the Chapo Delta 8.
Holy
She's like, this shit is hard. Yeah, okay.
It's like,
I'm sure it, like, gets you right for a second, but I'm not convinced.
For what it is, but it's like, oh, it gets you high like weed, but there's no weed in it at all. It's like,
so it actually doesn't.
So it's like, no. It's like, so then what the fuck is in it type of a thing. Do you know what I'm saying?
But I'm also not convinced that it's, like, as good as we're talking. Like,
definitely not, but, okay, it's legal.
Yeah, but so is the Dreamland cart, and that's got THC.
No.
Yeah.
Is weed legal here?
No, but I think a certain content of THC is.
Are you thinking THC or CBD?
No, THC.
Well, that's...
Because, okay, literally the other day I had to go in and buy Caitlin pre-rolls that had THC, and I couldn't... The reason that I didn't sit there and smoke with them was because it was THC.
Well, I don't know. I gotta...
You'll see. We'll go to the vape shop.
Okay.
Actually, we have to pick Caitlin up tomorrow. Maybe we'll run by.
Where?
What do you mean where?
Where she live?
You won't know.
Okay, but like 10 minutes away.
It's like 30. It's kind of annoying.
It sounds like it.
But it's a pretty drive.
Yeah, this shit is fucking good.
Ooh, do we want to talk about Dave's hot chicken? Drake's hot chicken?
Fuck.
Do we want to talk about the episode from today?
Okay. Tell the story. I'm going to interject when I got details to add.
Okay.
So break it down. Start with the Drakes.
What do you mean with Drake? Like what I said, or can we
go
all?
Drake has a.
Okay. Drake has a hot chicken place that he owns. He doesn't actually make the chicken.
Believe it or
not. He bought a chicken place, or at least bought like a big steak in it, right? For Dave's Hot Chicken. And they have one in Charlotte. And we went downtown Charlotte because I picked up Hudson up from the Charlotte airport. And I was like, yo, you want to go have Drake's chicken? Like, that's all that I said. And it was really good. I got like extra hot. It was so good. It was so good. I'm
eating some right now.
Yeah, he's eating the second half. I still got mine to eat, but I'm intimidated by it right now, and you'll see why.
Yeah, you'll hear why.
So we ate it, and it was good.
As fuck.
It was so good. And we went to the 2 art museums, and I was just like, halfway through the first one, my stomach was fucking killing me. And speaking of,
there was a rumble.
You know what we should try to do? Speaking of, this is on the air. We should probably see if we can stay over at Brenna's before you leave. Like when I have to drop you off. So then I wouldn't have to make the fucking super long visit. And we can still go to the other Mint Museum. But point being, we went to the Mint Uptown. So we had the hot chicken. Halfway through the Mint Uptown, oh my God, I was hurting. I was certified hurting in my stomach.
Bubbling.
Oh, it was gurgling.
Describe it.
It was gurgling. It was like.
Okay, break it down. Like, okay.
We'd be walking.
Like, what was it? Was it like your stomach ached at first?
No, it was like. Okay, imagine nothing. Your stomach feels fine, and then the worst cramp you've ever felt, and then like.
Ever.
Level of thing, and then it would like gurgle, and it'd be fine. It'd be fine, nothing, and it did that.
On and off.
On and off for like an hour until we got to the second museum, and we were on the 4th floor, and we had to go all the way down to the 1st floor to go to the bathroom because I was about to vomit from how bad it hurt. That shit hurt, and we went and got some tea after that, and we went to this cool little tea place in this like little alley. It's
Good
like
fuck.
It's like British alley.
British.
It's certified British. I felt like I was transported back. Straight to
back. Are you British secretly?
I'm closeted. But it was so bad because it was one of those things where I was standing there and I could feel it gurgle. And then I felt like I had to fart and I was about to push it out and I was like, "Oh no. There's doo-doo in that. That's if I push, that's going to be poop." So I had to like clench my ass and run off. Couldn't find a public bathroom, so I come back to Hudson. I get myself sorted, come back, had some tea, had a sip of coffee, felt my stomach kind of starting to settle. So we get in the car, leave Charlotte, find a 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven.
I go inside the 7-Eleven, sit down, floodgates open. It felt like if you've seen one of those videos where they have like they're opening a dam for the first time after renovations. So you get like solid explosion, cork explosion, poop just fucking gushes from my rectum, just straight liquid. There was no solids. And it was one of those things where I look down in the toilet as the poop is coming out and it's full. I have to flush. As it's flushing, I'm still pooping. Finally get done after 2 flushes. Keep in mind, this is a double flusher. Just to get the poop out. And I go to reach for toilet paper, and there's none there. There was no toilet paper. Meanwhile, it's so liquidy that, like, my butthole was cold. My ass cheeks were cold. I could feel air, just the stagnant air in the room. There was no moving air, but the stagnant air was, I could feel it like almost like menthol on my ass cheeks.
Menthol.
As if my butthole just smoked
I can fuck
a
with
Newport.
Damn.
And then went outside in the cold and took the hardest breath of all time. That's how my anus felt. But there's no toilet paper. I have to sit down and I have to text Hudson. And I think my exact text.
Hold on. So the whole time this fool's in there suffering, going to war, I was in the car chilling. I'm like, fuck. I feel like a jackass waiting in this fucking car, waiting for this fool to finish. And
text me. I cigarettes.
Well, okay, yeah, but I was fucking up on Instagram, and I saw him texting me something, but I was like, fuck that. I'm looking at memes, right? And then I just see in all caps, Hudson, I need to ask you for a big favor. And immediately I was like, he's going to war. Does he need backup? Like, what's going on, right? Am I about to have to get in the fucking trenches?
You sent me was, do not tell me you need toilet paper.
I need toilet paper. And I was like, fuck. Because in my head now it's like, okay, it's not like, oh, we got toilet paper in the whip. No. And I told that fool, I was like, look around. As if he already hadn't looked around. I should have double checked that he did. And then I have to fucking get my jolly ass inside. The bitch in the line was like taking forever, so I was like, I can't ask that bitch. And so I was like, someone else gotta be working here. And I saw, excuse me, this young gentleman stocking it up, doing his thing. And I go, my man, I gotta have to ask you for a weird random favor. He's like, what's going on? I go, I came with my friend, and he's in the bathroom, and he's needing some toilet paper. And this fool just gives me this kind of look of, like it was like it was like, I'll tell you what it was. He wasn't mad. He was disappointed. You know what I'm saying? He did not want to interrupt his stalking game to have to come deal with this bullshit.
Because it was bullshit to a extraneous matter.
And so then I hand it to you. Okay, now you can continue.
Okay, no, I have to talk about the fact that you handed it to me. I didn't know where to stand because I'm not pulling up my pants. And this 7-Eleven fucking bathroom was so long for some reason. I had to get up, walk to the door of the bathroom. And keep in mind, it's not like a stall bathroom. It's like a bathroom. And I open the door, and perfectly in my view, I have my pants at my ankles, poop over my butthole. No, not even my butthole. My whole ass is covered in poop. I open the door with a little crack, and there's perfectly a dude standing there straight where you could see through the crack. My dick is out. My balls are out. My ass is out. Pants at my knee. No, not even my knees, my ankles. It looks me straight in the fucking eyes. I had to close the door, sneak around the side of it to even get the toilet paper, sat back down, and I was in there for another probably 7 minutes. After that, just a pure wiping. Just
clean up.
Yeah, and I had to get hand soap on that and everything. It was rough. And we go about our drive, and it's all good. It's nothing, nothing too crazy. Didn't feel any more stomach problems as we're going along. I felt like a new man. I felt rebirthed.
Ooh. You know what? I tell people, you got to die to get reborn.
Exactly. I died. I certified, co-signed, I died. And we go about our night. Went into the liquor store and went and did all this stuff, and we go to QT to get Red Bulls so we can make vodka Red Bulls.
We're classy.
And first thing that I had to do, I was like, I gotta urinate. I gotta urinate real fast. Mm-hmm. I go in, and I did one of the, the good old unzip and pull out. Didn't need to pull my pants down.
Good technique.
Thank fucking God I didn't pull my pants down, because as I'm mid-pee, as you're peeing, you get a little fart going usually, just because from you're pushing out pee. Get a little fart going, and that baby.
This is that Quick Trip.
Yeah. Okay. What did I say?
It's at the liquor store, but it's okay.
Oh, yeah, this is at QT.
Fuck up the story, it's fine. No, I'm just kidding.
All that I'm saying, there was equivalent levels of wetness from the back as there was the front.
Yeah. What happened? What's
and
the term?
I noticed as I farted that instantly poop shot out. I sharted.
Okay, so
in public.
European.
European.
No.
European.
John Travis was peeing. And you just pushed a little too hard.
Yep.
Walk me through a shart. It's something I've never experienced.
No, it was ridiculous because I'm peeing, and I felt the fart coming on, and I fart, but it was one of those things where I felt something else push out instantly. Ass wet, pants wet.
I'll tell you what, people will tell stories about them shitting their pants, and I've always been like, how the fuck could you shit your pants? But putting on the goggles of thinking, oh, I'm having explosive diarrhea, like you know what's happening, it makes more sense how you could shit yourself. God, imagine that just running down the back of your
No,
leg.
it didn't do that. My underwear caught it.
You threw those bitches away, right?
Big time.
Big time.
They're gone.
Like they're in the laundry? No.
It was hard to explain because none of it was solid, but I definitely felt my ass cheeks move because I was like, oh, God. And
that's a rough start.
It was rough, and I had to put not even toilet paper. I put paper towels in my underwear until we got home. It was bad, but I can positively say now that as a man, I've shit myself in public. And I think that at one point or another, it's going to happen to all of us.
Don't say that.
Okay, name one man that you know who hasn't sharded themselves. I guarantee you, you ask Taco, you ask your dad, you ask Stevie.
You know what?
You ask, actually, Stolfy probably hasn't because he wears a thong, but.
Probably.
He wears cute little lacy panties.
Yeah.
He puts Aaliyah's panties on.
Bro, I tell my, you know how like,
hold on.
Shout out to my dad, but hope he doesn't hear what I'm about to say.
Oh God.
I'll tell my mom, I'm like Allison, you know, she's so like kind of that classic stepmom, like real kind of demanding and all that. I told my mom, I was like, I got my real dad and my stepdad over here, right? Over there, right? About my dad's house.
Yeah.
Then I said over here because for the longest time, Stolfy was like a housewife, like didn't have a job, he just cooked and cleaned. I was like, and I got my two moms over here.
If that ain't the fucking truth.
So yeah, I told him, I was like, you gotta wear a little maid outfit when you fucking are over here, bro.
Does he do it?
Yeah.
Does he look real cute in it?
Yeah.
What?
4 out of 10.
I couldn't imagine. Like, I'm not gay, but I couldn't imagine Stolfy being like a cute man in a maid uniform. He's too large.
A lot of mass.
Like, he's not fat, but he's big.
Big.
Because he's like 6'4".
6'4", and then.
But he's not particularly broad either, though. Have you noticed that? He's kind of like, I don't know. He's built weird. I love Stolfy.
Yeah.
When he hears this episode, he's not going to be happy.
No.
Well.
It'll be okay. Taco will listen to it, and then he'll tell my mom after, probably.
Yeah.
Which is okay. Shout out Taco. Taco's a real one. Taco's a girlfriend. Everybody's getting girlfriends. John's got a girl. The two biggest people you think would never have girlfriends, John and Taco.
No, that's not true.
Yeah.
I'm a boy-friendly guy.
Yeah.
Just keep talking on. I gotta flip the record over.
Okay.
Actually, I gotta switch vinyls now because we listened in the front back all
of
4 songs.
Okay. So, what's there to talk about? It's been a good day. Today's day 1 in Greenville, South Carolina. It is approximately a time and a date, and I know it's 2023. We're about to approach the new year. New year, new me, as they say.
What's on the agenda for 2024?
Get a new job, probably. Like, shout out In-N-Out.
What? Okay, wait. This is a big lore drop. You can't just drop that bomb on me.
Bro, I hate, like, it's so, I don't, everybody, here's the issue, too, that really sucks. Everybody besides 2 people, I'm not even going to call them out because they don't even deserve it, suck dick, or no, sorry. There's 2 people I work with that are horrible, and I hate them. Everybody else is the kindest, sweetest, nicest, most genuine, caring, empathetic, supportive, polite person. And for just some reason, I just don't like. It's very white and corporate.
I was about to say, not that I've been by a lot, but every time I've ever gone in there, I'm just like, I can't see Hudson meshing with these people. Like, they could be the sweetest, kindest, most, like, literally, like, the greatest people. But you ask them about, like, what they think about Pink Floyd, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, that's that band with the triangle, right?"
Like I love everybody there, but I'll hear them talking about music, and it's like Taylor Swift and country music, and there's nothing wrong with that, and God bless them. But and then I'll be like someone was like, "Oh, what'd you go as for Halloween?" And I was like, "There's a band, Talking Heads."
That's the name of an album.
Huh?
The band is called Talking Heads.
What?
The band is called Talking Heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Isn't that one of their things?
What? What are you saying?
You don't know what I'm talking about?
What?
The name of the band is Talking Heads.
That's what I said.
Yes. Isn't that like one of their albums?
Oh no. They have an album called like the name of this band. I'm talking about someone at work was like
no. I know that.
You're talking about the album. It's a live album.
It was a shitty reference.
Yeah, it was very
that
weak.
one didn't land.
No, definitely
I'm sorry.
Not. Yeah, we'll rewind, cut that out. We'll just and then anyway, so somebody was like, "What are you going as for Halloween?" And I was like, there's a band called Talking Heads.
Like the album?
Yeah. And there was and I was like, they have a movie, and the dude was like a big suit, and I did that. And that shit goes right over their fucking head. Like, they don't know what the fuck any of that. There's Talking Heads with a big, I might as well spoken a different language. And they're all nice, but it's like, what am I gonna, they're like, what do you do for fun? It's like, oh, I play guitar. And they're like, oh, okay.
Oh, like, you play like country music?
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, that's what and it's just, they pay, that's the thing, everybody there is great. They pay extremely well. Their flexibility with hours and my availability couldn't be better. It's not like
the job. Okay, it doesn't matter.
I'm going to hate my job probably no matter what, right? Like,
yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like.
You know where I think you should get a job?
Where?
The guitar store.
The one.
In the antique mall.
Yeah, I've called that fool before, and he's always a dickhead. And he's always. Yeah, he's like. I was like, how'd you get this number? I'm like, bro, you have business cards with your number on it. Like, I just called that. And he's like, well, we're not hiring. And I was like,
what an asshole.
Yeah.
Can we report them?
Well,
on Yelp?
No, because, like, they do. Here's the thing. It's like, he might suck, but everybody else that works there is nice. And it's a cool store.
It is.
And.
But also boycott it. No, I'm kidding.
No.
Please don't.
And also, they would pay so shit, too. Like, you can't expect them to pay good. It's just, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And I might just grind it out or whatever.
Yeah, but post-college, it should be good.
Yeah. I just so...
College sounds so ass. I'm sorry. Like, not that anything I'm doing is much better, but Jesus.
Yeah, I just don't... I don't like... I'll tell you what it feels like. It's like... I'll tell you, like, remember you're like you've the past couple jobs you've had, it's all kind of been like part specialist or like something to that degree, and it's not always the exact same, but it's roughly similar.
Yeah,
it just feels like that, where it's just like this is just kind of like middle school, high school. This doesn't feel like anything important.
It feels, or from what I've heard you talk about, it feels like my senior year of high school, where I took like 2 important classes and then just like didn't give a fuck about like the rest of anything I was doing, because it's like I know that I only need these 2 classes to actually do what I want to do.
Right.
So why the fuck should I care about the rest of this?
It's just it's
like only there so that you get the grade, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But that's so I don't know. I'm thinking if I get a new job though, it's just like everything like okay. You want a new job because you want something not necessarily that makes you happy, but something that's like when I drive to In-N-Out, I'm like, I hope a car crashes into me so I don't gotta go to work.
See, I've never felt that way working for Mercedes.
Yeah.
Like, I hated my job at Toyota.
Yeah.
Because, like, I had a shitty boss, and I worked a shitty job, and I had shitty hours. Like, like I just, every day, I literally was like, we had, like, something get set on fire one day at the shop. And I was like, I hope we get to leave early because of that. We're at Mercedes. I'm like, I'm good being here till 4:30 comes around when I have to leave, and I'm like, I could do an hour or two more.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's important with a job, even if it doesn't pay the best, even if it's not perfect. But the fact that you wouldn't dread going to work, I think is very important. Even if it's a fucking lowly job, you know what I mean? I feel like everybody should be happy doing something.
It's just so, because it's like this. It's like everything about In-N-Out is great, except I just don't like it. Where if I get a job I like, everything else sucks. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like...
Oh, yeah.
So it's just, I think, at the end of the day, I'll tell you, there's a couple of things they do that at first was, like, annoying. They, like, you have to be fresh shaven. Like, your hair can't touch your ears, or, like, the collar of your shirt. And that shit's annoying, but it keeps you kind of staying fresh in a way.
I kind of get it, but at the same time, it's like, what's up with, like, I'm going to say part-time because I don't think you work 40
I know what you mean. Like
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's up with part-time jobs being, like, the hardest to get? Management's always the hardest on you.
Yeah.
Like, my job, I work, like, 45 a week. And you've seen it. There's times that I literally just will sit there and call you because I have nothing else to do, but I'm like, I got to hit my hours.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like, it's crazy how part-time jobs are the quickest to be dickheads.
What do you mean? I'm not following. I'm sorry.
Like, do you remember when I worked at Great Wolf Lodge?
Yeah.
Remember?
Okay.
Like, I was like, hey, I need this time. Like, I need you to lower my hours because I'm really trying to, like, get into a good college.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we need you here and all this stuff. And, like, it's like things like that. Or, like, my job would never ask me to get a haircut, never to do these things. Because it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Where it's like, I feel like so many times with, like, part-time jobs, they're so strict. And it's so weird. But
it is weird.
But if you really think about it, I think that part of it is because so many young people take those jobs. So they probably, like, are trying to do good by, like, young people. Because it's good for young people to know discipline and have stuff like that. Like, for someone like you who's in college, it probably doesn't really matter. But think about, there's probably some kid who works there that, doesn't have a good relationship with their parents and, like, all this stuff. And the only strict, rigid discipline they get is probably those things, and it probably feels nice to be like, hey, I need to go get a haircut, I need to do these things so I can perform at my job.
I also know the people that two fools founded In-N-Out, and they were like, they founded it in like 1948, and they were in the military, and so apparently that's why, like, the haircuts, the shape, to wear white. They have to wear white socks, like you have to, or else they'll like make you put on other socks. Do you know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
Tucked in shirts, shit like that.
And it's like
crispy pants.
I'm so excited for all that with the military.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird, but I kind of like that sense of like.
You do. I will say this: when I put that giddy ass fit on, it does feel like
you're a part of something.
I feel like I'm here to work now. Like It's like I'm separating like. It's like a uniform. Like you wear like an outfit when you hang out, right? And that you feel like your fucking self. Or I put my fucking giddy ass in an outfit. It's like I'm ready to be an employee of work. Let's get this bread.
I definitely feel that because even my little uniform with my blue shirt and my black slacks, like, it's like when I come home and I take that off, it feels like I'm out of work mode. Where it's like school. When you get home from school, you're wearing the same thing, and you really don't change anything when you get home, so it's sometimes hard to get out of school mode, you know what I mean? Where at work, it's like, okay, I'm out of my work fit. I don't have to think about work.
Yeah.
So that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
What would you rather do, though? Like, okay,
that's the thing.
If you could go out in Grapevine and find any job that you wanted, what would it be?
That's the thing. It's like I don't want to work at fucking, like, Sebastian works at Target, right? I don't want to do what he, like, I'll put chapstick on real quick.
Chapstick ass motherfucker.
Like, I don't want to, like he doesn't like it, it sounds like, and I'm just like, I don't want to. It's like I want to do that, and Walmart's the same sort of thing, and then everything else is just like fast food or restaurants. You know what I'm saying?
Grapevine is kind of weird. It's like there's not a lot of jobs there that are not like college experience. It's like
those young, like 18 to like 22, 24-year-old, like.
That's true.
Being a man, like, yeah.
Like, but even then, I remember I got hired at Petco before I was 18, and they hired me. And I remember I went in for my first day of work, and they were like, "Wait, can I see your ID?" And I was like, I don't have one. And they were like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm 17. I don't have a driver's license, like, because I hadn't, because of COVID, I hadn't been able to get it till I was 18." And they were like, "No, you actually can't work here until you're 18." And I was like,
you would
what
think
the fuck?
They would have just run some numbers real quick or something.
Like, Grapevine's weird. I miss it, though.
Yeah. I don't know.
Not a whole lot going on there.
What are your 2024 resolutions or goals or things you want to do?
I mean, just with this whole move recently, I haven't been in the gym as much because I was on it.
Yeah.
I want to get back in the gym more, obviously, as everybody says for their fucking resolutions. I mean, I really just want this Navy shit to go well.
Yeah.
Like, I would hopefully like to leave in the beginning of 2024. Continue to be a good little boyfriend. I don't know. Just kind of more of what I'm already doing, you know. Be patient with the Navy, you know, do good by my family. Like,
have you heard anything from the Navy recently?
Yeah, they just said nobody's leaving by the end of 2023. Like, anybody who's leaving, it's going to be 2024 now. Right. So, I know I got the rest of December, probably January. So, hopefully February-ish I'll be leaving. But they're just so difficult. They're always so difficult. MEPS is, I mean, I get it, though. It's one of those things where it's annoying, but at the same time, I kind of do get it, like, why they're so strict. You know, they really just want to make sure the right people are getting in. You know, we're not actively in wartime, so they don't really have any need to, like, just have a bunch of idiots in.
Right.
So I get it, but it's also like, God.
It just makes it difficult.
It's difficult, and that's all that it is. And I know that once I'm in,
can chill out.
Well, not chill out, but it's like, you know, I'll be in, and that's what I want to do.
Right.
So I'm not even really stressed about it, because if they come back and they say no, that's it. I can move on to something else. If they say yes, then cool. I mean, I put this much effort into joining.
That's like just hearing that. That's like got to be the worst thing to imagine for me. Like, it's not even the it's not even the like. If it's going to happen, it's just more of the, I just want an answer so I can either start my moving on process or I can prepare to go in.
Exactly.
Rub your little finger on the little mouse pad.
Okay. Oh,
there you go.
Is it still going? Yeah.
It is?
Yes. But unrelated to kind of that, like, seriousness, #serious. I mean, other little shit in 2024. I mean, I want to get more vinyls. Yeah. I really love it. I think I've got a good collection going. Continue with my hobby stuff because, you know, since that breakup, I've really, like, got in touch with some good hobbies.
When you look into your life or whatever, has there been one consistent hobby that you've always done? Do you know what I'm saying?
I want to say cars.
Yeah.
I want to say cars, obviously. But that's such a big one.
Yeah, it's
that's so much more of a part of my life than it is a hobby. You know what I mean? I would say the one consistent hobby I've had has been model building. Yeah. I've done it so long. Like, I mean, back in middle school and even before that. You know, that, like, I always loved Legos before middle school.
Right.
Love Legos now, but I build models. Like, that's always been, like, an important thing, you know. Like,
what about video games?
Video games are kind of whack lately.
Okay, hold on. While you're on the phone, we got to get your live GTA 6.
No, I'm hyped for it.
Yeah.
I'm hyped for it because there really hasn't been anything really good coming out. I mean, Armored Core 6 was great. Anything from Soft is obviously good.
From who?
From Software.
Software.
From Software is the name of the company.
Oh, from
Software. Yeah.
Okay. Confusing.
They did
name.
Bloodborne, Elden Ring, Dark Souls.
All those.
Yeah. And I mean, I love those games, so anything they put out has been consistently good. I liked Elden Ring, but hot take. I actually liked Dark Souls more. I feel like
fuck.
I have more playthroughs in Dark
Kill
Souls.
this fool.
Nah, bro. I beat Elden Ring once. I tried to do a second playthrough.
Which one's that? That's like medieval kind of.
Yeah, it was the one. Remember, my character was Jock Slade.
Oh yeah.
And I've kept that name.
That's hard.
Since, but Elden Ring was okay. I think that it has a lot of really big issues that most people don't talk about because they're so stunned with the splendor of the game.
Splendor, what does that mean?
Like, it's a very impressive game. It's
okay.
a lot more
it's
impressive.
Spectacle.
Yeah, it's got a lot more spectacle than anything in Dark Souls or Bloodborne. But I think there's a lot of fundamental issues with the game that kind of bug me.
Yeah.
So that's why I find myself going back to Bloodborne. Bloodborne's my favorite. I would say it's in my top 3 favorite games ever.
Let's get your top 3. No, you don't have to fucking commit to this response. But just 3 when you just think that. What is it right now for
Bloodborne,
you?
Metal Gear Solid 3, and I'd say Ace Combat 0.
Ace Combat 0.
Yeah,
What's
I would say
that?
those are. It's an old school like PS2, 3 game. I think. Oh, God.
What's it called?
Ace Combat 0.
What is that? Like, what's it
It's
about?
like a airplane game. Like imagine Dark Souls but planes.
How the fuck? Like,
It's like I don't know how to just when I say that. I'm not.
That's
okay,
like,
no,
like,
listen.
Hold on. I'm gonna let you. That's like it's like GTA but Pac-Man. What?
No, I don't. It's just okay. Saying something is the Dark Souls of is like just such a term nowadays.
The most extreme, hardcore.
No, it's not even that
version.
extreme. I mean, more so, it's a story-driven, single-player experience.
Is it like a camp? Is it like a story?
Yeah, it's like an amazing story.
So you're a pilot, or you're
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant like I was thinking of like Forza where you just are in a car, like it was that for planes or something. And I was like,
no,
what?
it is. But you there's like missions, and you go through the missions.
So are you like a character?
Like kinda.
Is there cutscenes or something?
There's mission briefings. So like when you start a mission, there's like dialogue, and you have to rise it fucking hard.
Like that was just how that conversation kept going. I was screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to cut.
We had technical difficulties.
Yeah. Technical difficulties were had.
And creative differences.
Well, I'm sick of this motherfucker. He's over here pissing me off. His dumb fucking face.
My face?
Yeah.
My face is dumb?
No. Stop.
Yeah. You don't want to go there.
What?
You got the dumbest face.
I don't believe that.
Fucking.
Let's go ahead and let's back that up with facts.
Okay, you gonna break it down?
Facts don't care about your feelings.
Turns out facts don't care about your feelings. That fool. I was thinking of something that fool said.
This is like the most unnatural transition that's ever happened in a podcast.
No one
but
cares.
It's gonna be so fucking funny when we like listen to this back.
The first 100 podcasts are just to have 100 out there. 101, we got something good.
We should make 101 while you're here.
Bro, we're at like 40.
What is this?
Dude, we haven't done a podcast in like months.
Oh, I thought you meant this recording alone was 40 like uploads. I was like, motherfucker,
No.
Not exactly. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Continue.
I'm not even looking at you. I was trying to think. Ben Shapiro said something I was going to tell you.
Probably really stupid.
Probably really smart and intelligent.
No, his take on rap.
It is
rap
not real music. Okay. Like, if he could be any more, like, if I had a fucking magic 8-ball, the Ben Shapiro magic 8-ball, it would come up with that as a response. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would imagine he would say some shit like that.
But it's like, he's already so lame. And then it's like, how do we make him any lamer?
Yeah.
Things rap is not real music. And not that I'm like the biggest rap fan, especially nowadays, but holy, it's not music. It's not music.
Okay, bro. Like, okay.
That's like, I know that.
Why do you even give a fuck? Like him, like not rapping or singing, but reading WAP.
WAP, Cardi B.
WAP, whoop,
WAP,
whoop,
WAP, WAP, WAP. Have you seen that video of the little kid doing the acapella WAP?
No.
He goes, "Get a bucket and a mop. That's a WAP, 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 WAP."
Oh my god.
Do you have a wet ass pussy?
Fuck yeah.
Really?
Maybe.
Can I see it?
No.
What?
That's for personal collection.
Right. Okay. Collection.
Yeah. Okay, so we need to come up. Me and Sebastian, we have a big long outro that we always do. It's a whole like.
I'm not. I would rather just like end it. No, that would be funny.
You gotta do like a.
Like mid conversation. It
no,
just
what you
like.
really